2017 Eagles at 91 Redskins. Direct snap to Ernest Biner. The Eagles will be unable to stop this direct snap play as Ernest Biner breaks a few tackles and makes it into Eagles territory. This would eventually lead to another run by Ernest Biner, but this time it's a fumble recovered by Ricky Sanders. Ricky Sanders makes it into the red zone, and then Ernest Biner would make up for it for a touchdown on the left side, and the extra point would be good. Another direct snap to Ernest Biner as he makes it deep into Eagles territory. This time, a field goal would be added by the Redskins kicker,
Chiplo Miller.
Carson Wentz, after a dormant first quarter, would get it started in the second quarter. He throws it to his tight end. Stop it, that hurts. Carson Wentz back to throw. He came, he saw, he went as he throws his first touchdown of the year to Torrey Smith. 10-7 after Jake Elliott knocks in an extra point. However, later in the second quarter, right before halftime,
Chiplo Miller
would try a field goal. It would be no good. Carson Wentz, he needs to get something going. He throws it over the middle of the field to Alshon Jeffrey. However, this time, Jay Ajayi with the direct snap. It's a fumble in the red zone. It will be covered by Martin Mayhew. First play from that. Mark Rippon would throw it deep to Ernest Biner with the rocket catch. He would evade a tackle, evade another tackle from the same guy. He would rumble, bumble, stumble into the red zone. Mark Rippon would then play action fake, sees his receiver in the end zone wide open. Touchdown, Ricky Sanders at the corner of the end zone, and they make it 17-7 after a Low Miller extra point. Carson Wentz has to get it started. He throws over the middle to Jay Ajayi, making up for that fumble on the previous drive. Carson Wentz, play action fake, throws it into the middle of the end zone. Caught by Alshon Jeffrey, second touchdown of the game. Fourth down, and the Redskins would go for it even though they shouldn't have. Carson Wentz makes him pay. Whoop, whoop, as he shows off his Michael Vick-like speed. And Jay Ajayi finishes it off with a short touchdown, making it 21-17. The Redskins have a final chance. Mark Rippon, play action fake, throws it to Gary Clark. Then Ernest Biner takes that deadly direct snap that was killing the Eagles all game, breaking tackles. Final play, Mark Rippon, play action. He has guys wide open, but he goes to the middle with Gary Clark, and the Redskins lose. Despite the fact that Ernest Biner had over 200 total offensive yards, the Eagles win 21-17. And now for the 0-2 Bucks of the 72 Dolphins. The 72 Dolphins were an undefeated football team. Let's see if they lose today. First quarter, nothing happened. Bob Greasy rolls out and he finds Hall of Fame wide receiver Paul Warfield in the red zone. And the drive is finished off by Larry Zonka to make the score 6-0. Yepremian makes it 7-0. It would be a rough game for Brad Johnson all day. Here's an interception by Tim Foley. And this drive would be finished off by a Garo Yepremian made field goal to make it 10-0 Miami Dolphins. It would be so bad that the Buccaneers would run the ball on 3rd and 10 and would not get it. I don't know what John Gruden was thinking, but you know what Bob Greasy was thinking? He was thinking going over the middle to Howard Twilley, and then the inside run by Larry Zonka, and then right back to Howard Twilley for the touchdown, making the score 17-10 with a Garo Yepremian extra point. The Buccaneers would, however, later in the third quarter, get things started. The seam route to Dilger, Brad Johnson making the pass, and then another skinny post pattern over the middle to Keenan McCardell, the Pro Bowl receiver for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. However, 3 plays later, the Dolphins would make a big play, sacking Brad Johnson. Bob Hines would make the play, and he would force a 4th down. This would lead to a Martin Automatica field goal. The score would be 17-3, and I really think this pissed off the 72 Dolphins. They had an undefeated season. They wanted to dish out the shutout. Bob Greasy goes deep. Paul Warfield makes the jumping rocket catch, and the Dolphins eventually win this game with a final score of 24-3. I have no idea what John Gruden was doing in this game with the offensive play call. The passing game did not work, and all they did was just run the ball all game.
The 99 Jaguars at the 2012 Texans.
first play from scrimmage, Arian Foster would take that deadly direct snap. He would maneuver around multiple defensive players, making it deep into Jaguars territory, and the drive would be finished off. Matt Schaub, play action fake, finds Arian Foster in the middle of the end zone for a touchdown. The score would be 6-0, 7-0 after a Shane Graham extra point. Matt Schaub really wouldn't do that much passing in this game. Mark Brunell, however, he would evade tacklers. He would show off the wheels, but literally on the next play, intercepted by Kareem Jackson. Draw to Arian Foster right before the end of the first quarter. He avoids a tackle, and he gets run down into the red zone. Next play, the flip toss to Arian Foster, his first rushing touchdown of the game. The Jaguars would then make it into Texans territory, make it into the red zone. Mark Brunell would throw to the right side to his wide receiver, Jimmy Smith, to make it 14-7. Only touchdown scored by the Jaguars in this game. The extra point would be good. Shane Graham, later in the quarter, would add a field goal for the Texans, making it 17-7. However, unfortunately for the Texans, they would throw deep, and it would be an interception by Fernando Bryant. And then Brunell rolls to the right, throws a dangerous pass across his body to James Stewart as he would make it into Texans territory. The Texans, however, would make Brunell pay. Second interception caught by Kareem Jackson. The Jaguars did absolutely nothing offensively in this game, and Arian Foster's freeze carved them up, with Matt Schaub barely having any type of passing game.